I'd be like, ugh, like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, let's talk about why I stopped doing nails. I know a lot of people want to know, and I just never cared to give an explanation, to be honest with you, because I stopped because I wanted to stop. I stopped doing nails because I was so sick of like being needed in that area. It was very draining. It was very bad on my body. Oh, I forgot I had makeup on, y'all. It was very bad on my like my back. Like, it was just a lot. I really did not want to stop because the money was amazing. Like, right when I stopped doing nails, I was probably at around $1,600 to close to $1,700 like a week of doing nails without tips. It took a lot for me to just go ahead and just say I quit, because I told myself at first, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just stop, take a break, then I'm gonna start back. But I enjoyed the break too much. So with that, I really just felt like it's almost like a relationship. Like, if you have more peace without that person, you might need to like weigh your options. At first I was like, damn, it's another business, like I'm stopping or like whatever. But I kind of count nails as my first business, even though it wasn't. Like, I used to sell cheesecake, I used to sell clothes, I used to sell sunglasses, lip gloss, body oil. Like, I did all of that. Those was businesses that never really kind of got off the ground. I just made money from it. So nails was like actually something that got off the ground. Like, it was financing my life. You feel what I'm saying? So stopping it was like a big chunk of myself, because it was like I taught myself how to do nails, you know? That was my identity. That was like a part of my life for 5, almost 6 years. So it was a lot, but I don't miss it. And I'm gonna also tell you why I don't miss it. I don't miss nails because the further I got in my nail career, I realized that people that look just like me were my biggest critics. Like, very picky. I mean, very just like, I had a lady walk in the salon one day I was working in and was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Y'all putting a rookie on my nails. I'm like, girl, I got a whole clientele in this salon. Like, what you mean? But she was like, I don't like nobody black to do my nails. I like these Chinese folks to do my nails. That's what she said. Out loud at the salon. Like, it's other nail techs working in here, you know? So I'm like, so you know what I did? She thought I was gonna do her nails. I sat her down. I said, it's okay, you know, I know what I'm doing. I put her in the bowl. I clocked out and I left. And that's what I did. I left her sitting there. Because one thing you're not gonna do is belittle me and think you finna sit in my face for the next 45 minutes to an hour. You crazy as hell. It was just too much. Like, I burnt myself out because I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to say no. I was traveling to people, driving to Atlanta. Just, it was so much going on. Like, before I actually moved to Atlanta, it was so much. And then I went to school. School was cool. Went to school because I moved. Like, I was like, I'm finna move to the A. So let me go and do this, go and do this. A lot of people that look like me will be like, oh, open up your own salon. You don't need to be working in these shops. But one thing about it, people would say that, but they don't realize how much work it actually takes to open, run, and maintain a salon. Like, I'm not even talking about if you hiring people. I'm talking about you doing that. You being a nail tech and paying the bills. Like, it's a lot. It's not even about money. Like, it's so much more. Like, it's a lot. So, to top that off, I actually enjoyed working in a salon. But I always had issues with the managers. Like, I'm a person, like, if you don't really get to know me, you may think I'm one way. Then when you get to know me, it's like, she not like that. Oh, like, she's really sweet. But I think my demeanor and just the way I carry myself and handle my business, it's intimidating. And I think a lot of people mistake it for, like, being cocky or, like, stuck up. But I'm not. I'm really a sweetheart. And every shop I've ever worked at has always played with my money. But I'm the type of person, I count everything. Like, every dollar, every cent matters to me. So I count everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you work at shops and you get, like, commission splits or whatever the case is, like, people always gonna try to play with my money. Like, all the time. It don't matter if it was a black shop, Vietnamese shop. All that was pissing me off. Especially when I got to Atlanta, I had my own salon suite. I got my own salon suite very fast. Probably like, I don't even remember, but it was quick. And I was gaining my clientele, but I didn't like the suite I was in. I didn't like the location. I didn't like how I had to get inside the suite. Like, I don't know. I picked a horrible, it was in Midtown, right? Great location, but just horrible suite. Like, the actual suite building, I hated it. And it's crazy because one of the boys that work in Femi, my suite was right across from his suite. It was so crazy. It's crazy. He was so fire at doing hair. And a lot of his clients will come my way, like, inquiring and all this and XYZ, because at the time I was the only nail tech in there, because the previous nail tech left and I got her suite. But I don't know, the energy in it, I hate those suites. And that's another story for another day. But gain clientele, I started doing bottle service. I was a bottle girl before I had my first customer, but I started, like, actively waitressing, doing bottle service, all that, to gain customers. And that did work. I gained a lot of customers. I made a lot of press-on sets. Like, I was making money, but I don't know if it was just my face being on behind the brand or what. It was attracting the cheapest, rudest, weirdest, ghettoest clients ever. I just was like, but I need to change my look. Like, bitch, is it me? You know? I'm like, what the fuck? So that was that. And I don't know, after that I went to a shop in Midtown. I tried my best to stay in Midtown Atlanta, because a lot of shit go on in Midtown. Like, that's like the hub, whether you're young, middle-aged, old. Like, it's like the hub. Like, you know, because I stayed in Buckhead, but I wanted to work in Midtown. I didn't want to work in Buckhead. Like, what the fuck? No. Went to a shop in Midtown. A lot of celebrity clients. I started getting a lot of male customers. I started getting a lot of, like, women. Like, I was getting so much clientele. It would be like a few people coming in like, oh, you black? You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no black girls working there. I was the only black girl in the salon. I've been the only black girl in the salon 3 times. When you the only black girl that worked in the salon, it's so much pressure on you. But I didn't care. I was built for the pressure. So I wasn't tripping about that part. It was just the part of when you were the only, like, black person come into a salon and you actually know what you're doing and you're doing well and you making money and you getting $50 and $75 and $100 tips and customers bringing you lunch. We talk about men and women, right? Customers bringing you lunch, customers telling the people at the receptionist, like, you fine. Like, they put a jacket on your back and a light on you that don't always end up good. Like, people get jealous very fast in, like, nail salons. It's very competitive. Like, even though people say, like, we a family, it's very competitive. Like, I remember one time they shorted, like, my money probably like $900. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, ain't no way. Yeah, like, I'm used to making XYZ. I started making $500 a week off doing nails, you know what I'm saying? 500 a day, you know? Then it built up, like, so a lot of people will say like, oh, you know, do this, doing nails, but it's so much that come doing nails. It's so much people like, you need to open up your own. That'd be the first thing people say, open up your own shop. Do you know how much come with that shit? Are you gonna be my customer every week, every 2 weeks coming to get your nails done? Or are you telling me that and you still gonna go somewhere else, right? So whatever. But that was the last shop I worked in Atlanta. And after that, I just went full-fledged in nightlife. And I worked in every area of nightlife in the club. So I just dived into nightlife, and nightlife is like $1,600 a night, you know? So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to work these long ass hours. I ain't have to do none of this shit. Like, make $1,600 a day. You don't have to go back to work till next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very addictive. It is. It's very addictive. I done had some weird ass shit happen to me in the shop, y'all. Like, one of my favorite customers, she was a white lady, really sweet, always tipped me $50. And when I say never failed to tip me $50, I don't care if she came in there for a chipped nail, she would tip me $50. I don't know what she did, but she used to always travel to Uganda and like help like kids in Africa, like stuff like that. Like she was very hands-on with that. So I'm not really sure what her title was, but I know we used to talk about that a lot. And it's like she used to study me. She was interested in me. She wanted to know like everything. Like she was fully fledged supporting me. And she used to fart in the chair all the time. I was doing her nails, so weird. Anyway, but yeah, and I got into it with the last ladies at that shop. I got into it with them because they was playing with my money. Like, when you were like, people already try to put us in a box being black anyway. Even if they are a minority too, they always try to play with us. Like, no, I'm not going for this shit. Like, I know how much money I made. I know how many customers I got. Like, I think they thought it was my first rodeo. But at the time, I had worked in so many shops and been in my own suite. Like, since then, I was in my own suite, like, probably like 6 months. I had to close that chapter of my life, and I never planned to reopen it. I've thought about it. I just never, no, I'm never doing nails again. People are irritating. People that look just like me, okay? Very critical. Oh my God. They would just criticize you for anything just because it's you. You know, but they'll go to a Vietnamese shop and they're scared to speak up. It was just a lot. I had to, for my mental health, I had to stop doing nails. And the closer I get to like God and the closer I just grow, I mean, the more I grow in my spiritual journey, I realize that my anxiety is very, I'm not gonna say bad, but my anxiety is triggered. So like, I'm an empath. So I can feel energy. When a person walks through the door to come get their nails done, I pick up on their energy. So their energy affects how I perform because I can feel that they irritated, mad, sad, don't like me. I can tell if somebody sent them to me just to see what I'm on. You know, when you're an empath, when you very connected to like source, it's like you just know. And it was just like, I was like, this ain't me. Like, it's getting to a point now. My hands shaking, my palms sweating, like I'm getting headaches. Just breathing in the dust, the chemicals, I was tired of this shit. And I taught myself how to do nails before I went to nail school. And I was in love with it, but I think also at the same time, I was still in like hustle culture. I was looking at it like a job, but I was just like, I'm hustling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never really got into like, okay, this is the business side of it. So I prayed about it or whatever, and I'm just like, God, I really don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not meant for me to do this no more, show me. And if it is meant for me to, you know, continue, then show me. Like, and I got my answer. And I'm just like, no. Now my part, I just called 444. My part, like in it all, I would still open me up a salon, but I don't want to work in it. I don't want to be behind the desk. I don't want to do the nails. I just want to provide a place for people to do nails and for people to do hair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, no. I'm not doing that no more. Like, I'm not doing it no more. Like, if I ever was to do nails again, I would strictly do manicures and gel X. And probably not even gel X, probably just manicures. Like, I would just do manicures. That's it. Basic manicures and pedicures. I love to do manis and pedis. Don't get me wrong. Like, I never thought I would say that. But the more I did acrylic, I started to hate it. Y'all know when y'all book a hair appointment, right? And a lady doing your hair, it seemed like she got an attitude or her communication bad. I never got that bad, like with it. Like when people would book me, I wouldn't show attitude. I wouldn't do none of that. Like I wouldn't do that. But when I would see a booking come on my site, I would be so irritated. I'd be like, ugh, like, I don't want to do this shit. Like when it gets to that point, it's like, you might need to stop, you know? You might need to stop, slow down, go back to the drawing board and stop. I just dived into nightlife and never went back to doing nails.